Where is Twitter in my multiple output? Here we go. All right, we're live. Let's do this. We have to craft the tweet now. Oh, I forgot this stupid thing doesn't unmute. There we go. At least I know my microphone works. Oh, I have to adjust the Twitch chat thing. I have to pop out Twitch chat too. I keep forgetting how all this works. Okay, we're doing this. We gotta make the tweet. Yo, Sinner, good to see you again. Wow, jumping right in here, man. How you been? Good to be back. First week of paternity leave. I need to adjust this stream parrot thing. Hold on, this is way too... Baby's good. Glad you like the camera setup. Yeah, each and every thinning hair follicle. Baby's good. Baby's good. Sleeping better. Adjusting to daylight savings time. Bertrand, good to see you. No, I am not actually. Okay, so for the live audience, I'm not recording this yet, but I was feeling pretty bad last night because hey Amor, good to see you. I was feeling bad because I don't know if you know this, but the people that made this have you guys heard Warp Stream? Have you heard of this? It's managed Kafka built on top of S3, and it's like bring your own cloud. So the two guys that built this were staff engineers at Datadog. And to be clear, they were like very clearly outstandingly talented engineers at Datadog. I didn't know them super well, but I was aware of their work. And anyway, I think they created this company over 13 months, and they sold it for $220 million to Confluent. $220 million in 13 months. So last night I finally read their earnings. As my wife will tell you, I like reading earnings reports. And Confluent had to disclose how much they spent on this team. It was $135 million for the outstanding shares, and it was $85 million for the co-founders and key employees over 3 years, which is nuts. Not even billionaires. Well, Bertrand, if you're printing 220 mil a year, it's just 4 more years to billionaire status. It's not even that far off. Yeah, y'all should follow me on Blue Sky. I'll drop the link to my profile and then hit me up. Feel free to drop a link in chat. I don't think I should be following all of you. I mean, you folks are regulars. I know if I'm not, someone send me, post your profile links so I follow people. There was a time when it like, for me, kind of blew up. Obviously like 500 people is not that much, but I had like this week, it was just like every time I looked, it was going up and up. So I finally downloaded it back on my phone. It was like dead for a while. I think I posted, yeah, like 11. I posted regularly when things were coming out and people were on it, and then it sort of died for a while. Here we go. We'll follow. Basically, everybody who follows me in the next few minutes, I'll just follow back. I don't know if people actually use it. Yo, Dirtbike Gamer, welcome to chat. Thanks for the cheers. Thanks for the bits. Thanks for the follow too. I don't know if it's taking off. That's a good question. I don't know if I have a good answer to that question. I think what they did is they created these starter packs things, and that allowed you to follow just a ton of people at once. And it sort of was like, you know, oh, old Twitter, it's just all here. You know, you can just find everybody. Oh, that's a good idea, Sinner. Yeah, I'll give you a follow. Dirtbike, thank you for all the bits. Much appreciated. There we go. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to do an actual full YouTube video about this because it's a pretty crazy story, and I think it's just like really well done by the team. And my hook for the intro video is like, this team created $220 million in 13 months, and they weren't indie hacking. Vercel logos. Thanks for the bits, Sinner. Thanks again, Dirtbike. One bit at a time, baby. I actually don't think I've ever gotten bits before. So it is more or less, Bertram, because it's all running on S3. No, 5 bits at a time. Oh, there you go. You got your Vercel logo, Center. Nice. Yeah, they were super cool. They were just like, do you have GitHub sponsorship set up? And I was like, no, I like applied for it, but I didn't finish it. And Vercel was like, you should set it up. So I just finished it, and then they just sent me $2,000 like a minute later. I got the note from Lee. It was really nice. But it did make me realize there's no approval flow for GitHub sponsorships. You just sponsor them and it's like automatic and it shows up on your profile. So if, like, they were trolling and they should just like send Dax some money and get their logo on his profile, I think that would be 10 out of 10 troll. I'm sure they wouldn't do that. I'm sure they would ask first, but like, I think that was pretty funny. They did ask me too, by the way. They were like cool about it, but really appreciate it. I'm glad that they find my blog and my open source stuff valuable. Help pay for the camera equipment. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. It's good to be back on Twitch, guys. The pediatrician said the baby should be taking 90-minute naps. Hey, Regalius. Thanks. Good to see you. And our baby's taking like 30-minute naps. So I really thought I was going to have more time for this. Oh, we should do this quick. Boom, boom, boom. Should we do wireguard? We should probably do wireguard, right? Like, all right, say hello to Twitter. I'm figuring out the exposure on the camera. So right now we're set up at that 3.2 open gate. So it's shooting 6K and recording to the SSD at 6K. And then what that in theory allows me to do is get a full 4K frame for YouTube Shorts. And I had that YouTube Short for me go viral. It got 6,000 views in like 2 hours. And then it just dropped off. Like it literally, like the algorithm juiced it one day for like 4 hours or 3 hours or whatever it was. And then it just ended. And that was wild. No, Amor, I have one bookmarked. Somebody had a tiling manager that made it to my mentions. And it's on my bookmarks to try out when I'm here. And it's on my list. I really, I used to, so I was actually a huge fan of Awesome WM. And I actually got to work with this person. This is crazy. So Julian Danju was the author of this, one of the authors of Awesome. I used this for years and years in college, and I loved it so much because it started so fast. My laptop, my old, like, oh God, I forgot the cores between, I think it was like Core i3, maybe between that. Hey, Nixia, sorry. No, I got to do it right now. Chat has been just slammed already. I know I haven't been streaming as much as I wanted to. Okay, there. Boom, we got it. What was I saying? This, Amor, I was a really big fan of this for a long time, and because it made my laptop boot super fast. Regalius, we're gonna set it up with Synology. I've been meaning to do this just so I can remotely access it, remotely manage it, and everything. Now that I'm doing more video, and every time I export something off this, I fill a terabyte drive every time we do one of these streams. The 1 terabyte drive is maxed, and then I basically dump it to Synology right away, just like straight over USB, and then I can edit, like grab clips out of it over 10 gigabit Ethernet. Okay. I also, shoot, I can't show you all this, but all of this is running. Actually, maybe I can. I'll have to figure this out. Synology and S3, they're just priced differently. And Synology offers their own S3 though. I just don't use it because I have a bunch of AWS credits, and then I already know S3 really well. I wanted to show everyone my new setup though, and actually what I need to do is just do a YouTube video. Everything I'm doing on Twitch, I've got my microphone, my desk light, my Logitech keyboard camera, which I haven't really set up, but like it's down here. It's gonna eventually be like a keyboard camera. My actual DSLR, keyboard, mouse, capture card, everything else is all running on one Thunderbolt port through a CalDigit dock. It's sick. Express one zone, yeah, it is, but you still generally you're going to replicate that data. Like the whole value of S3 is that you replicate it. Like in the same way, like EFS has a single AZ offering, but it typically don't do it. Yo, Verte, thanks for the Prime. Yo, welcome to chat. Appreciate you. There's actually, you know what? Yeah, so they talked about this. Where is it? Oh no, it was right there. Here. I'll plug this. We should. The pace that these people worked at is incredible, because if you look at their blog, it was like a year of every week having an incredibly well researched blog post. But they talked about this when it came out, and I think AWS actually worked with them on it. Yeah, Richie posted this one. Thanks, Rite. I appreciate it. I'm happy with the way my channel has grown, if I'm being totally honest. I do appreciate that, though. Yeah, it's been fun. I do appreciate hanging out. But anyway, the whole plan, I think today, let's set up tailscale with Synology so we can access it remotely. Because, and then the other thing is, like, I want to extend tailscale. Something Dax does is he uses tailscale for his actual production network. So he's able to, like, just, you know, kind of VPN style, like, access his databases and stuff using like a bastion through tailscale, which is pretty slick. Nice setup. And thanks again, Dirtbike Gamer, for all the bits. 5, 3, 1 at a time. I don't think I've ever seen that in my feed. That was cool. What do I need to get started here? There's an alarm going off outside. Don't care. Bum. I don't think I need much. I think I have to start an account. Oh, we should make sure, should log into the NAS. This will take a second to spin up. Is it true that you will jump from a plane with terminal coffee as a new delivery system? I can say I was approached by Dax to do like a marketing stunt. We'll see if it can. It won't be immediate, unfortunately, but we'll see if we can get it to pan out. I would really like to. I think to give you a hint of what he was thinking of, he said, "Would you throw Prime out of a plane?" And I was like, I mean, yeah, definitely. All right, one sec. Let's two-factor authenticate. Okay, that's all set up. So we need mainstream split. We're good here. Like for free. I mean, they would have to pay for like I wouldn't charge anything for it. I would just do it for free. But I don't have my tandem rating, so they would have to pay for a tandem instructor to take Prime. And then I would have to like re-up my license, which that's something I could do in a weekend. I just haven't jumped since I moved to Boston. Okay. I think I'm gonna get to go to their thing in New York though. I'm pretty stoked about that. He won't tell me what it is, but yeah, Verte, they mentioned, so like I do have this history of crazy hobbies. I was a competitive paintball player when I was in high school. And then I did MMA for like 2 years, and then picked up skydiving and base jumping. And I think it's these are all things that I did in like 2006 to 2014 or so, or you know, even I guess I've been skydiving a lot up until more recently than that. But basically, like I had a blue belt in jiu-jitsu back in 2010 or 2011, I think, before it was big in tech. And then it's just funny to me to watch like people like, you know, Trash and Milky, all my other friends, like get into the sport at this stage. But I think, to be honest with you, man, I got out of BJJ after I got impetigo. That sucked. Like the skin rashes and stuff you get from mats and even when you clean it, like I don't think it was anyone's fault. The gym I was at was like really good about cleanliness, and the people were really good, but you don't, like, people just don't know they have it, and they show up to practice and then it just spreads. It's like the whole gym just gets slammed with it. That sucked. And then if you think about like the actual, you know, MRSA, that can be really, really deadly. It's just, I don't know, man. The sport is just not, you know, you can get caught pretty good with it. So stay away from it. All right. So we want to talk about what wireguard is. Is there a better explanation for what wireguard? What is wireguard? We don't care about the AP or AI level thing. Oh, Palo Alto Networks has a thing. Yeah, okay. Well, of course, we're going to click the pan link. So what are they doing here? Streamlined approach to VPN connections, prioritizing speed and security, deficiency to the parts of reliable. Okay, so they have one. So it's public cryptography over the public internet. Yeah, I was surprised that he mentioned it in the podcast, but Dax and I were like brainstorming marketing stunts for them. They're kind of becoming a mini Red Bull. You know how like Red Bull doesn't actually make their drink; they're like a marketing company. I think Terminal is going to be sort of along those lines, right? They're going to be like a dev marketing agency. It's a cool idea. Cool idea. Okay, so what are they doing? How easy do we think this is to set up, chat? I think we just got to kind of jump into it, don't we? Wow. So I had set up OpenVPN a long time ago on my VPS, and I wonder what the difference is, but faster performance with less overhead. Cha-cha 20 for encryption. Wow. Oh, it's over UDP. Ah. And that's why it works so well on phones. That was kind of my hope, that I could use it on my phone too. This is pretty cool. I know this is the right path. This is what I want to use, so. Okay. We need to turn off the music and start the recording on all the devices. One thing that did get me though is that I'm recording my screen capture at 60 FPS, which includes the audio. So I'm encoding audio frames at 60 FPS, but then I'm actually recording the video at 59.94 FPS. And then when I tried to sync the audio up, it was like a little off, and I couldn't figure it out until I looked at the actual like the setting on my camera and realized it was 59.9. I just used Handbrake and fixed it, but it cracked me up. It took me like an hour to figure that out. But now I'm doing the opposite, because this is going to be a 30 frame video with a 60 frame camera, which is fine. Okay. It intends to be considerably more performant than OpenVPN. Okay. Let's set it up. Okay. We should record a really quick intro. Boom, 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 boom. Are we all set? Okay, I think we are. Recording on there. Beep. Recording here. Okay. I've been looking for a really good way to access my Synology network attached storage device, or NAS, remotely for a while. And there are a number of different options, but I think the one I'm going to settle on and set up today is wireguard, and I'm going to use tailscale for that wireguard implementation. So what is wireguard? It's an extremely simple yet fast VPN, according to their website, that's using some state-of-the-art cryptography. It aims to be faster, simpler, and leaner, more useful than IPsec, while avoiding the massive headache of IP security, which, fair enough. It is intended to be considerably more performant than OpenVPN as well, which I think is going to be something useful. One of the things that I really like about this is that it's sort of designed to be cross-platform, so you can run it like on your phone. And I think the basic goal, if we're going to be successful today, is I can access my Synology device from my phone, not on the same network. So hopefully what this lets me do, and what I'm hoping that this will set up, is a very, very simple, scalable VPN with just a couple of clicks. There's two things we got to do. The first thing we have to do is install it on the Synology box. And the second thing we have to do, there's two things we have to do. The first thing we have to do is sign up for tailscale and get registered. And the second thing is to set it up on the Synology box. Let's get started. So I'm going to be using this personally. It does, personal 3 users, which is fine. It's me and my wife. 100 devices, nearly all of their features, and then use it for free indefinitely. That sounds pretty good. Let's get started. Okay. Sign in with a provider. Bum, 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 bum. Do. Okay, personal use. We're set. DigitalOcean Droplet, Raspberry Pi, security camera, even a Steam Deck. That's pretty cool. So I think the goal here would be I could also use it on like a Bastion host and a VPC, as well as this. So this is kind of sweet. Synology. Okay, download tailscale for Synology or send yourself a link of the download receipt. Okay, so we need to set up Synology. Bum, 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 bum. Go to the package center, install. Okay, tailscale. Okay, package center, easy enough. All right, install the package. Oh, that was fast. Okay. My device's key has expired. Reauthenticate. Boom. We're logged in. Oh my God. Wait. Okay. Oh, sweet. We did it. Chat, we did it. We have access. This is going to be another YouTube short. Okay, the next thing we have to do is add a second device. We need to do Android. Okay, scan the QR code. Easy. I actually thought this was going to be hard. I was planning like a whole half hour for this. All right, so we're downloading now. It's peak frictionless, Center. You're right. Chat, nobody warned me that it was going to be so easy to set this up. The setup on Synology was so quick. It was just like a OAuth redirect to Google and then done. It was you're there. Okay, so here's where I'm at. It's telling me to get started. Oh, that is shiny. There won't be this many ads in this video. We're gonna do a short. Okay, connection request. So I click login, and it's gonna let me. I'm clicking sign in with Google now, which I realize I was not set up for this desk shot. All right. Okay, we are logging in to Gmail or to Google, and it'll make me 2FA, which is fine. The 2FA on my phone is always weird. It's like, please sign up again. Okay. All right, now if we do this right, connect. Boom. Chat. What? Why was this so fast? That's nuts. Are you kidding me? It's done. It works. I can connect to it now. That's insane. So now I can access it. Okay, so now it's got an address for me. That is success. It works. That is nuts. Okay. Peak frictionless is right, Sinner. This was gonna be like a whole thing for Synology and for tailscale, and I really didn't think it was gonna go this well. That is crazy. That's crazy how easy that is. It's just it's 3 clicks. I just OAuth with Google, got my NAS set up, done. Got my phone set up, done. That's just crazy. Like, boop, we're in. Chat, we're in. Okay, so then I can just like hit this address, right? Yeah, I should be able to just hit that, and then I can log in just as myself. Wow, that is really cool. And then I can set it as my exit node too if I want to. Okay, that's really neat. Wow. Okay, what else is left on this? Okay, boom. Yeah, Verte, I'm using Synology. I'm happy to talk about it. I think they're really slick. For me, I think there's a whole group of people I think that maybe would be better suited on like building their own home server. That's not me, man. Like my whole thing is like let it all set up. Don't worry about it. And I like the management software that comes with this. So, okay. If running DSM6 runs as root, these steps are not required. By default, tailscale will only allow inbound connections, but not outbound access. I think that's okay. I think I only really want to access it from my phone to the Synology box, which is probably okay. We'll have to keep this in mind, though. I'm glad this is in the docs. That is so cool. So now if I'm hosting something like my Docker container on my Synology box, or if I'm hosting like media files or whatever, I can access it. I think the biggest goal for me is like media, and then being able to hit the VPN, right? So I can like use it from my home network when I want to. I can't believe how fast that is. That is incredible. I can't believe it's 3 clicks. That just worked. I have to think of some wrap up for this video now because I thought I was gonna have to fight it and talk about that. That is so cool. Oh wait, hold on. Oh yeah, no, that is what I wanted, right? Yeah. Third party, yeah. So it's got this. I don't think there's anything here. It doesn't. Yeah, it's got an ID. None of this is. This is so cool. I can't believe that just works so well. Boom. Oh, yo. Thanks for the follow. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Thanks for the follow. Okay. Yeah, check that out. So, boom. Oh, come on. Camera focus. Oh, right. It's got focus lock set up. It's that simple. It was 3 clicks, 2 on my desktop, once on my phone, and I was just connected. And now I can remotely access this machine just like I am doing here. I can log in. I can manage files. I can copy stuff around. I can view media, download media. It's set. That is the simplest setup I think I've ever done. When I last set up OpenVPN, I did it probably 5 years ago on a... When I last set up OpenVPN, it was probably when I last set up OpenVPN. Oh, it's Nintofu. Goofed it again. Okay. When I had last set up OpenVPN, I set it up nearly 10 years ago, and it was running on an OVH VPS. And I remember fighting with it constantly to get the network interfaces set up correctly, getting the firewall set up correctly so it could actually route packets. It was a total pain. It took me forever to actually get set up. And then when I moved machines, I hadn't copied my keys over, and then it was a total pain to actually set it up again. So I just dropped it entirely. If it's always this easy to use tailscale and wireguard, I'm going to use it forever. That was so simple. I'm super stoked that now I can access my Synology device from my phone, which is exactly what I wanted to do. And I can't wait to install this anywhere else. I hope you liked this video. Maybe it was a short video. I'm not sure. I hope you like this video. Please let me know what I got wrong in the comments, or let me know what I should install tailscale on next. If not, see you in the next one. Oh, we should redo that. Half ninja, half tofu. Oh, nintofu. Got it. Oh, I didn't. Okay. I was like, Ninto. Yeah, it's amazing. And everyone's been telling me this forever. And I was like, okay, it's just been on my list to check out. I hope you liked this video. If you did, leave me a note, leave me a comment, hit that like button, subscribe for more. Let me know what else I should install tailscale on, where else we should use wireguard, or if we want to learn any more about it. Thanks so much. See ya. That was 10 minutes of actual on-camera recording time, which is wild because it's never that fast. Even with my own code, it takes way longer to do this. Yeah, this is sick. This is so good. Yeah, you can connect devices from anywhere. Yeah. Every protocol works. So it's running, okay, so it's running all of these like SSH, RDP, HTTP over UDP on their network. That is super cool. This is sick. I'll have to set it up on this machine too. I can do that some other time though, because I don't want to mess with network stuff when I'm streaming. That is insane. It's so cool. Yeah, this is so cool. It does work. Okay, set up DNS, share a node, set up access controls. Yeah, this is slick. And then yeah, connect straight to like a cloud provider. That is awesome. Yeah, so I guess the next thing would be like, do we want to set this up and connect it to some EC2 instance, which we could do. That'd be sick. That's so cool. Oh, monitor live services. Enable. What does this do? Oh, I see. Okay. So if I want to like expose a container or like expose, yeah, Nginx somewhere, it'll tell me what it is. Very cool for private apps too. I think you can imagine doing this with Coolify, like on your laptop or like on a Synology device or something, and then just run it like it's like a total remote app. You want to like sync photos or whatever. It's easy. That's so sweet. And yeah, it just runs. This is super slick. What else do they do? Oh, code from your iPad. That's cool. Set up a server on your tailscale network. If you're running servers, use an auth key, which makes sense. Restrict the access. Oh, and then tailscale supports SSH for it too. Okay, so what we could do is we could like set up a server for the network and then just use SSH to access it and modify it if we needed to. That's kind of neat. It looks like it's got pretty significant ACLs too. So I see how this is like very much, it's like not necessarily a consumer product, right? It's like very much a straight up like infrastructure tool. And then it just happens to have consumer applications. What do you guys use Tailscale for? Or what do you use WireGuard for? Serverless apps? What? User space networking mode. Oh. That is cool. I can't, Chad, I can't believe we should tweet that. Oh, I should reply to the actual tweet. Yeah, that's the right way to go. Oh, Twitter is really crashing here. Oh no, Nifty got a... Wow. Should tag Synology. Oh, we should quote tweet this too. Boom, boom. Okay. That is nuts. I can't believe how easy that is. Is it a SOX is it running on a SOX protocol? Is that how that works? Also, is all proxy, is that the Linux environment variable, like HTTP proxy or HTTPS proxy? Chad, I picked up such a Diet Coke habit now that I'm a dad. It's not even funny. I'm having like 1 or 2 of these a week, which I know isn't that crazy of a habit, but I don't drink soda. Like I haven't had, or as you would, or I would say where I'm from, pop. Yeah, I haven't had that for forever. And then something about it, as I'm walking around the store with the daughter, I'm just like, oh, I gotta grab one of these. This is so cool. What are their dimensions on, like, how do they price this? Okay, per active user for like premium stuff. So it's not based on like meter network. That's interesting. What is tailscale SSH? That is, how is that different than? Is that blocked here? Yeah, okay, so this is I think where they make their actual money, is that everything is identity based through SSO, and then you can access only whatever they like allow you in. So they have this whole IAM system through your SSO that tells you what you're allowed to access or not. And then I think that makes this super, super easy because you don't care about the shape of the network, which is kind of their point. That is so cool. I cannot believe how simple that was. I literally, like, I had nightmares of, I didn't want to do this stream for so long because I had such a bad experience with OpenVPN back in the day. That just blows me away. That's wild. Is this their enterprise product? Okay, hide the yellow. Oh, I'm sorry, chat. I forget that everyone says that I'm flashbanging them. Is that better? Oh, hey, YouTube chat. Sorry. Is it web scale? Thank you, Matthew Bonning. Dang. That is really something. Okay. Well, all right. There were a few other links I wanted to talk about this week. Oh, we're up to 600 followers. Yo, thank you. I can't believe how fast that is. That is so sweet. All right. I haven't looked at my AWS bill in a while. We should probably do that. I've been meaning to. Boom, boom, boom. AWS root account. Oh, I have way too many of these. Root account. Okay. Console, login as root. Root account, personal. Which one is it? Oh, here we go. Too many MFA codes, chat. Forecasted $5. What am I spending my money on? Okay, please don't. Yep. This is a useless. That's so useless. Why is this not working? Hold on. Billing and cost management. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, so it's just Glacier charges for backing up the Synology box. That makes sense. 24 cents for S3. Athena? Oh, right. That's serverless. So I'm running all my like serverless analytics. This uses Athena and S3 as well. We had a pretty good run here. Like we look at the last like 90-ish days or whatever. Boom, boom. Yeah, that's a pretty decent 8,000 in the last couple months. Not too bad. The Lambda timeout doom loop video or thing went well. The video didn't do as well. The actual links did. That's pretty cool. All right, that's where my costs are coming from. All right, let's log out of root and log back in with personal. Where is it? SSO personal. There we go. Okay, here we go. Sweet. Boom. And then the authenticator code. I have too many of these, like I just said. Oh no, the kid just started crying. All right. That's what I wanted to access, and I want to see what's still running for my Lambda functions. Let's take a look. CloudWatch, invocations. I must still have quite a few because there's 84 metrics in there in the last 3 hours. 84 like points. Is there automatic dashboard? Did this get good yet? Sum of all invocations. So it's mostly the web analytics, the anomaly detection function. Why is it called demo? Is that the stack? Is that what I called this? This is my this is my production stack. Oops, it is. It must be. Yeah, oh yeah. Well, that's what you get. I'm surprised it's still running. Okay, what other metrics do we have for this? Oh yeah, here. Some of those are taking some time. 1.7 seconds to 2.6 seconds. I don't think I have that many hits though. That's a little surprising. I've been meaning to actually look at this project and see serverless. If we can't improve some of this by writing the, oh right, I forgot I sent them a PR. If we can write some of this in Rust for like specifically the ingest stuff. Where is it? Metrics. No. Alarms, graph widget, index. Oh, that's CloudWatch helper. Oh. That's for the auth function. Glue DB fire. Okay. So this is where they're writing actually everything. Because it hosts like a pixel, right? That's how it's set up. There's an API endpoint that hosts a pixel. And that's how we grab it. Master Book of Events, Parquet format. Oh no. The kid's crying a lot. Chat, my time might be my time might be limited here. Okay. So these are the CDK outputs just for the stack though. Is it in application? Whoa, here we go, backend. API ingest, here we go. V1, event track, page view. That's what we want. Yeah, I think this is going to be a short. I thought this was going to be that Synology and tailscale was going to be a lot longer. That was just 3 clicks. That's nuts. Lambda environment page view. Okay, so that's all it's doing. So okay. It uses TRPC. Receives this input for some data. And I don't think it's that much either. And it's Zod, yeah. So it's Zod input type of the schema. Okay, search for the symbol. What are we tracking here? Oh, literally, it's just the site. It's just a hit, yeah. Oh wait, no, here we go. Whoop. User ID, session ID, page ID, open dot, time on page. Okay. And that's it. Okay, I just had to scroll up, yeah. So they do this mutation, and it's an async method. Okay, handles the error if the page doesn't exist. This would be a little tricky. I mean, we could. It's just a JSON schema, so we could rewrite that if we needed to. I don't think that much like a lot of this is runtime though. I think a lot of this latency is network latency as I read this, because it's just got to get this this Kinesis Firehose client and then writes data to it. So I think probably 95% of the latency would be here in the get info from IP lookup, which is just like, what is this doing? Like, I don't know if I don't think this is CPU intensive is, I guess what I'm saying. Oh, maybe. Okay, so it reads a file and looks some stuff up. Or is this a call GIP to node? Not sure. Dang. That doesn't look too bad at all though. Is it writing all of this still logs? That might be spendy on just ingest. Oh yeah, the new code source editor. Let's edit the code in let's just edit this. That's easy. I'm good. That is a nice new editor though. It's just that this is all, you know, mapped. Hey, Merkizo. Yeah. All webpacked, baby. Are there logs for this? We should probably... I'm surprised it's not a bigger part of my bill. Actually, yeah, so it's logging a bunch of stuff. Yeah. We could probably turn that down and save a bunch of money because it's 50 cents a gigabyte for this. I'm really a little surprised it's that. Oh, we already got logged out. I'm really surprised it's that expensive. Or it's that expressive for not being that much of my bill, because I thought like it looked like the biggest components were S3 and some other stuff that I'm using for this. But I guess that how long we keep the points, maybe it needs to compact itself away. What's it set for? What RAM is it set for? Oh, 1 gig and then 15 minutes. That's not bad. Not bad. Chat, I am impressed with this project, but not as impressed as I was about that tailscale setup. That was so simple. What else do they do here? So they've got me. That's neat. Join today. We've got access controls, ACLs. Although it always occurs to me that I think ACLs aren't really the oh, you gotta check, dude. It was so easy. I'm gonna edit this video and put it on YouTube, but it may just be a short. Regardless, I helped Dax a little bit out with the SSD VPN stuff. I think it does. Oh yeah. The VPN client is gonna be finicky. They made it specifically for like accessing RDS instances. Like that's the whole idea. Nope, no. Do they not? Where's their VPN thing? Where are the docs? I guess we can go find it on their thing. Yeah, Sinner, it's a lot longer. I mean, it's all because it's all OpenVPN. Actually, it may be Jay probably tweeted it, right? Because it's part of this Bastion argument for the VPC, right? Oh, this is a super cool launch too. Shoot, we should talk about this. Okay. Did everyone see that Dax tweeted this about AppSync events? Have people actually are people familiar with this? I think he had to reverse engineer a bunch of this. Yeah, not on Twitter as much. I think he posted on Blue Sky. This is sick. So if you hadn't followed this before, AppSync has traditionally been like a total GraphQL service. It came out of their mobile app, easy to make a mobile app setup. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but to be honest, GraphQL is never going to be the best thing for your application in the long run. It just won't be, right? Because of the impacts it has on your database. Resolving those queries can put you in an application layer N+1 hell that you can't fix in the database with a new index, because you have no idea the scheme of that caller, and that can just change no matter what. There's going to be a point where you want to restrict exactly what someone can call. And for the most part, I think GraphQL as a whole is being seen as an anti-pattern by the industry. AWS realized this, and they're making AppSync their real-time service. And yeah, exactly, AppSync in quotes, right? Because what it's doing is it's just a really simple serverless WebSocket platform. It's built really fairly, and I think that the actual model of this is so simple and so easy that it makes sense to use kind of everywhere. Where right now it's one to many, so you can just kind of publish via HTTP, and then it can push out to many WebSockets. But they are planning to add bidirectional support, I think, where you can publish back from any of the clients and sync it anywhere, which is without necessarily having them post to that URL, right? They can write back on that WebSocket. It does allow them. I don't think they support Lambda for this. They have to use the AppSync.js runtime. Shoot, I should actually record a whole video about this. Why am I talking to you about how excited I am without actually just recording a video for YouTube? I need to get better at this. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, exactly. It's like I'm like genuinely excited about this, and then I'm just talking about it to the ether for the 4 or 5 of us that are here watching it live, instead of just doing the right thing and recording it and putting it on YouTube. Yo, Trinidad Hype, welcome back. And yeah, this is their like 5th iteration. I think they talked about everyone. Every dev tool company makes a live Lambda product. I truly believe this. Bum, 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 bum. All right. All right. Is this big enough? And should we go reader mode to make it? Yeah, we probably should. Wait, why can't I go reader mode? Where did this? Is there no dark mode? Damn it, AWS blog. Why doesn't it let me go reader mode here? I don't know. Okay. Boom, recording. AWS quietly announced one of the most exciting features for AppSync that I've been... I don't know if that's what I want to say. Last week, AWS quietly shipped one of the most exciting launches that I've been a part of for a while. I don't want to say that either. They did give us preview access. It is very cool. But... here we go. Last week, AWS quietly announced one of the most anticipated serverless features that people have been asking for a long time. Serverless WebSockets with AppSync events are now a thing. It's priced fairly, it runs really, really efficiently, it's fast, it's easy to use. Let's take a look at why it's so great. Okay, announcing AWS AppSync events, serverless WebSocket APIs to power real-time web and mobile experiences at any scale. So today, actually last week, but today, AppSync announced AppSync Events, a feature that lets developers easily broadcast real-time event data to a few or millions of subscribers using secure and performant serverless WebSocket APIs. For AppSync Events, developers no longer have to worry about building a WebSocket infrastructure, managing connected. Developers no longer have to worry about building webhook. Oh my God, chat, I'm dying here. Developers no longer have to worry about. Need more Diet Coke. Okay. With AWS AppSync events, developers no longer have to worry about building WebSocket infrastructure, managing connection state, and implementing fanout. Developers can create a simple API, publish events that are broadcast to clients subscribed over WebSocket connection. The API is serverless, so you can get started quickly, use the API at scale, and only pay for what you use. Let's talk about this blog. They're going to go through it. My note on this is there has never been a really good way to do serverless WebSockets on AWS. If you wanted to use the serverless WebSocket built into API Gateway and Lambda, you had to store that WebSocket connection state somewhere else, like in a Dynamo table. So you would have to receive the incoming connection, write a connection ID to Dynamo, write some data back to the client, and then your Lambda function would return and die. So any shared state that would exist in that Lambda, any shared state that would exist in that Lambda sandbox would be gone because that next connection could come in and hit a totally fresh sandbox, which meant you would have to go out, fetch the state from your DynamoDB table, and then figure out where you are in your process, and then fetch some more data and write it back to the client. The idea behind WebSockets is like a bidirectional connection between servers and clients, and you can see really cool apps like PartyKit based on. You can see really cool apps like PartyKit, which are kind of based on WebSockets that Sunil wrote for Cloudflare. Is it Cloudflare workers? PartyKit. I should get this right. I think it is WebSocket, right? Oh no, this isn't. It's Workerd. It's workers and DOs. Hey Jay, good to see you. Durable objects. Okay. No, it is WebSockets. Yeah. So the thing about WebSockets is they make it really easy to have super interactive experiences. And there are other really cool projects like PartyKit, which are based on WebSockets and allow you to easily communicate between multiple clients and synchronize them at once. You've had this kind of experience before if you use like Google Docs. PartyKit makes it super easy to like track different cursors and get those kind of like many people are doing many things at once sort of experience. It's similar to the 1 million checkboxes project that also went viral not too long ago. And the whole idea is based around these lightweight connections that are bidirectional. There had never been a really good way to do this on top of AWS though, until now. So, okay, getting started in the console. We're probably not going to do that. Or should we do this? What do you think, chat? Should we go through it? Bum, 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 bum. Oh, I want to talk about, it's silly because like the demo isn't that good, I don't think. It just shows messages showing up, which isn't wrong necessarily, but I think they could have had maybe a little bit better demo for this launch. A little feedback for my old friend, Bill Fine, who's working on it over there. Yeah, what the hell? Let's take a look. Okay. And then I want to talk about pricing. Okay, we're here. Create API. Oh yeah, we did the emoji thrower. I forgot about that. Event API. Okay, so let's create the API. App sync sockets. Yeah, good thing my videos had blooper reels. They sure do. Most of my videos are all bloopers, man. Okay. They say this is super easy to try out, so let's give it a shot and head over to the AppSync console and try it out ourselves. Okay, create an event API. We'll call it AppSync sockets. I don't think we need to tag. Normally I do this. I tag everything. Oh, okay. I always recommend people create a tag. I don't always do it, but I recommend you should do it. And I'm trying to get better at it. So here it is. This is project ID, and this is going to be test AppSync events. All right, created this project. What can we do? We can edit namespaces. We can test in a PubSub editor, configure the API, or review integrations. What does it want me to do? Here we go. Next, head over to the PubSub editor. The editor provides a quick and easy way to publish and subscribe directly from the console. It's a great way to test out ideas quickly and verify functionality. You can use the editor to publish events over HTTP and set up subscriptions over a WebSocket connection. Okay, so we have to connect and subscribe, and then we have to publish something. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Let's try this out. PubSub editor. Boom, boom, boom. Subscribe. It looks like we're connected. Okay. Connection act, blah, blah, blah. Let's publish the hello world to /channel. We published. Did we get the message? Oh, we did, yeah. Body events, that's super cool. Okay, there's a response. Successful identifier. So you get IDs for them, so you know exactly where they are, like in the stream. And they have offsets too. I guess they're just offset by index. Bum, ba, bum. Oh, okay, that's neat. Choose connect and then subscribe. Okay, do we do that right? Oh, did I not do that right? Boom. Okay. Clear this. And I think let's clear this. Okay. All right, so we've opened up the PubSub editor. We're gonna paste in this message here just to try it out. It's just got a little bit of JSON in it, some message, and then looks good to me kind of at the end. We have to connect, and then we want to subscribe to the namespace. We're subscribing to all of them right now. So we just got that event. That looks good. Let's publish this event. Boom. So the response from the sender looks good. Everything is successful. And then if we scroll down, yeah, we should have this event. And it looks like we published a few others, so there's other information. So we've got event true, event 100. So we published true 100. Looks good to me. Oh, it looks like they are out of order, but they have an identifier. So potentially if you are going to send ordered messages, you're going to have to enforce order yourself. That's sweet. That is a super easy demo. I really like how simple that is to see how quick this is. And then maybe one day on Twitch chat, we'll subscribe a bunch of people to that. That is super cool. All right. What else do we have here? Integrating with your application. So you can use the AppSync client for AppSync events, find your API's configuration information in the integrations tab. No external dependencies are required to connect to the API in the browser. That is awesome. Good job on that. That's great. You can just use the WebSocket API, WebSocket Connect. Okay, so you just have to give it the domain, and then you have to subscribe to the channels. And then that's just all of the channels. So you can give it individual channels and socket.send connection. That's sick. And then you can just use fetch. Let's take a look. What else do we allow you to do? Okay. With AppSync events, you can define business logic to run when published events are processed and when clients try to subscribe to the channel. That's handy. This is done with event handlers, functions that are defined in your channel's namespaces. Event handlers are optional and scoped to a channel namespace. AppSync events supports two types of handlers, onPublish and onSubscribe. OnPublish is called whenever events are received and before they're broadcast to connection client. The onPublish handler is called when events are received, but before they're broadcasted to clients. So that's nice. You can implement a filter there if you want. You can even probably enrich it. Are you able? Okay, so handlers run on the AppSync.js runtime. So it's not a full Node runtime. It is just plain JavaScript, and I don't think you have access to Node dependencies. I would love to see this run Lambda functions. So I'd be able to actually write a Lambda function that can modify the payload, and you can see why, right? I have an event come in on my AppSync API, and then I want to enrich it or transform it before I broadcast it elsewhere, right? So I want to go to a database, go to Dynamo, look up some information, attach it, and then send it to all my clients. I'm sure you can probably do that with fetch here inside of AppSync.js runtime, but Lambda would allow me to do that in Python or in Go or Rust if I wanted to, which is great. To filter out events, silently dropping them so they're not broadcast to clients, filter them out, and then return what you want to broadcast. So you can just call filter. Okay, that's kind of neat. So you can literally just return the events as an array from this function. That's pretty handy already. So at least you're able to do basic filtering in this. Okay. I want to talk about pricing because I think this is probably the next most important bit. Where is the AppSync pricing? That is GraphQL, AppSync events. So the most important thing with any of these kind of event operations is that they got to be priced reasonably cheaply because you're going to be sending a lot of them. So AppSync event APIs are charged as follows. You get $1 per million event API operations. These are inbound messages published, outbound messages broadcast, event handlers invoked, and WebSocket operations like connection, subscription, ping are considered operations. So when a client connects, when they disconnect, when they invoke that handler, so you could publish a message, invoke a handler, and then run it to 50 messages, and that may be 50 plus 2, right, for the incoming message being broadcast and then the actual handler being run. So 52 operations if you had 50 connected clients with one publish. And then you get charged 8 cents per million connection minutes. Per million, I mean, none of those are that bad, right? Because it's $1 per million or 8 cents per million connection minutes. That's a long time you can stay connected. It would probably get spendy, if you had a million users constantly 24 hours a day. That would be probably pretty spendy, and then you may be looking about moving away from a managed service. But I do think this is pretty slick. So if they want to publish live scores for a sporting event, they have an example here. 10,000 messages on the channel, and then 100,000 messages on another channel, and then some event handler working it. This came out to $13. I mean, I don't know how realistic that is. I do like that they have a free tier. So it's a 12-month free tier. It's not perpetual, unfortunately, but it is 250,000 real-time updates and then 600,000 connection minutes. So that's a decent number of clients you can have in a month for your project. That is super cool. Good ship on this AWS. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. I'm really excited this is out. Dax also made a note about this. They have had SST has had the ability to use live Lambda. SST has had the ability to use live Lambda debugging for quite some time. I think they're on their 4th or 5th iteration of this. And this latest one is now using AppSync events, and it's proxying those events through the WebSocket. And it looks like what they're actually doing is so chunks, as we mentioned earlier, AppSync doesn't guarantee event ordering. So they actually have to put their own wrapping around individual events. But that's pretty cool. This type of real-time live Lambda debugging is it's a core feature of what sets SST as a framework apart, and it's cool to see them kind of iterating on this with this new feature. So good ship on this AWS. This is sweet. I'm excited to use this more. I'm excited to see what people build with it. If you've built something with AppSync events already, leave me a note in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what else you want to see here. Thanks so much. Have a good one. All right, we'll see if we can chop that one up. That was a lot harder because the baby was crying the whole time. This is so sick. Okay, baby is really crying, chat. I think I'm going to get the red light here. Okay. All good. This was a really exciting feature. There's one more thing that's coming that I know about that I'm really excited about. And I can't wait till I can tell you all more about this. I can't talk about it yet. But there's some really cool stuff coming this year at reInvent, and I am super stoked. Okay. All right, we're going to go raid Allie. I got to go because the baby's crying. I really appreciate y'all. I'm going to try to stream more if I can get the baby to sleep longer. Do appreciate y'all hanging out with me today, though. Look for this stuff on YouTube, and I'll catch you again soon. See ya.